All right, bet. Welcome to the first episode of A Bird's Eye View. You see how that focus real smooth like that? Um, Basically, here we just gonna be doing a quick little overview of everything that's going on right now. I'm gonna do probably once, twice a week, just to keep everybody updated on what I be looking at, paying attention to out in the world that actually keeps me in tune in my space. Of productivity. So yeah, I got TMZ up, but we're talking about the Super Bowl because that's it's lit. I want to say first off, shouts out to the to Pittsburgh. We got our wild card spot back, our regular wild card spot back this year. So it's a rebuild. It's a rebuild box. You know that y'all know that. But we got the after parties popping. That's what we're gonna actually talk about first. I figured they had like planned parties and stuff, but I saw this and I thought it was just interesting. The 49ers are gonna be pulling up to where does it say? Omni? I can't read. Omnia nightclub in Las Vegas for their after party. So it's probably gonna be a lot of people at that club. Pretty damn sad because over here we got Kansas City finna go party at Zoic nightclub. Don't know if I said that correctly, but it's fine. Located inside Resorts World, a relatively new hotel in Sin City. Uh, we know KC's gonna take it. This I guess this we'll call this a prediction. We'll call this a prediction show. That's what we're gonna call it. I'm not gonna stay on Team Z too long. Let's see what's happening with some industry stuff. Travis Scott and Playboy Cardi's BOZO behavior was beneath the Grammys. Okay, apparently it's Joe Budden speaking about it. Let's see what he got to say. See what Joe Buddy talking about. That man is funny. I think he'd be lying though. I really think Joe Budden be lying. You gonna load? No? All right, fine. We can move on. That's fine. Oh, you know what? You know what? I know exactly what he's talking about. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what he's talking about. Um, because based on this little screenshot here, um, I saw a clip of their performance and the antics they had going on as far as like at least him, Travis smashing with a chair. Um, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna have to. I don't know how many times this is ever gonna happen, so take note. But I'm gonna agree with Joe, but cause what? Like when I saw it, I thought there was something wrong, and somebody had actually tagged the video, um, like he was like spazzing out because he got snuffed for a Grammy, and it's like, while that's not true, of course, um, this just looked insane. It's like, dude, time and a place, I guess. You know what I mean? It's definitely got everybody talking about him, though. I'll say that. But I mean, personally, I thought it was kind of lame. Um, I mean, it's his art, though. It's that's how he wants to express his art on that stage. So I can't knock him, standing 10 toes to how he feels about the world. But you know not my cup of tea. I wouldn't like to like that's not a performance I would be like, okay, yeah, like I go do that. I go see that again. That's just me personally. That's just me personally. I've never been a super extrally huge Travis Scott fan. I do listen to him every now and then. He do got some bangers. He do got some hits for sure, for sure. Not gonna knock that, but I've never just been a constant like I'm not checking up on Travis. I'm not gonna hear his album the first day it dropped. And that's not a knock at his artistry or anything like that. It's just me personally. I don't check for anybody's music when they drop unless it's a TDB artist. So um I hear it when I hear it. Um why are they showing these ladies? Um behind the scenes. Oh, they're just still talking about it. Killer Mike won fair and square. I heard somewhere that like Nikki or somewhere somebody had won. And then they announced it and then re-announced it saying like I think the Twitter page or something like that said that Nikki had won or some shit like that. And then get to the actual Grammys and it's not her. But I thought that was like kind of snubby too, because like Killer Mike, look, I'm not gonna knock Killer Mike himself and what he's done for music, but bro, ain't nobody checking for no Killer Mike, bro. I don't even know how they did that. I don't know how they did. They finessed that. They finessed the actual Grammy for real, for real. I mean, somebody probably hit me with some numbers to back up why he probably won it, but numbers probably inflated too, so it would matter. Um, Kanye West is unhinged. I don't know if I care that much about Kanye West being unhinged. I don't think Kanye West is unhinged. I think he's just not what they agree with. Now gonna move on to some financial news. What's going on in the grown people world? You understand? You need to know, yeah, all that industry celeb stuff is cool, but you need to know what's going on with the economy. So I'm about to go run through some keep you updated. You feel me? So you know what's going on. All right, so uh that happened. This was like 2 days ago. It's not. Um, we can skip past that. Okay, so basically the one of the Fed chairs spoke 2 days ago now at the time of this recording. Um basically with the economy and how it works, it's based on feelings and predictions. It's really strongly based on feelings and predictions and how people feel about those predictions and how well they feel after those predictions, come to fruition or don't come to fruition, this, that, and the third. That those key factors right there drive our economy every single day. Like when you see gas price change a little bit, meat price then went down and went up a little bit. Like it's based on these key factors. So she's saying economists need to understand current labor force participation issues because of the fact that economists are making predictions based on they're making predictions about the economy based on certain factors like the participation in the labor force of all of these people out here, whether they're looking for jobs, getting jobs, working jobs, how long they're working those jobs, how many hours they're getting, little stuff like that. It all comes to influence. So she's trying to highlight that towards economists, and that's really, if you ask me, that's like the Fed saying, like, you know what I mean, like, calm down. You feel me? You might give a false a picture that we're just not in a position to back up with their rate hikes and non-hikes and when things get moved around with these interest rates. Um, to get a better understanding of what full employment means, economists need to know more about what brings people into the labor market as more evidence of a declining inflation comes in. More Federal Reserve officials are beginning to talk about maintaining full employment. So really, that in essence is saying that, in order to to really, really dumb it out, since if inflation's declining, they're saying things are getting better. I know you don't feel it. You don't feel it, but they're saying since they're saying things are getting better, people need to turn their attention towards, the fact that, like, we need more people employed. There's still a labor shortage out there. Getting back to full employment, I mean, they're not wrong on that. But I'm not gonna say that, like, they're not wrong on that point specifically. We need to get back towards full employment. And I will say I'm not an economist by trade. I'm a financial behavioral specialist. Um in essence, I'm a foundational advisor ish. Um, coach, if you say, but I don't really like the term financial coach. I actually hate that term now. Um, because it's truly a financial behavioral specialist. I am able to pick apart and dissect financial behavior. That's my thing. So based on how economies move and fluctuate, and what people like people like Collins are saying, um, I'm able to pick apart certain little things. I may be wrong about little things here and there, not genuinely. I'm an investor, day trader, investor, whatever you want to call. I mean, I invest in a lot of other things that don't involve, like, I guess more say chart trading. Every investment is technically a trade. So like when people distinguish it, it's like, not really. You know what I mean? You're trading something for something and trying to get a profit based off of, the time or value that changes, or the time that changes the value. But let's move down. Uh-oh. Actually, I saw something. I think it's on another page, but I'll just mention it while this is up here. Auto loans. I think, was it on here? They're at its highest right now. Nah, I don't think it's on here. But yeah, like, auto loans are at, or no, automotive debt from auto loans is at its highest right now. Payments are at their highest right now. So yeah, that's probably why it's really, really hard for you to finance something right now, because it's hard. And credit card debt is growing, but apparently not an overwhelming burden. Let's read this. The percentage of credit card debt compared to the bank deposits of households and nonprofit groups is rising, but still below pre-pandemic levels. They always see, like, the pandemic is now. I hate how, like, the pandemic is now their marquee, like, in all the news stories that drop about, statistics, like, the pandemic is now their marquee data point for some reason, whether it's pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, or during pandemic. Like, and we know from, enough reputable conspiracy theories with, facts. You can go do your own research. I done did my own research. Like, they definitely planned the pandemic and made it happen. And it's like, you're using something you made to justify what you're saying. That's why nobody trusts the government, dog. That's exactly why nobody trusts the government, right there. Um, put this. Can I get this to go up so I can get to the top of my? You know what? Let's do this. Let's do that right there. Move it down some. That was weird. I don't know what that was. I hope it didn't actually go black on the thingy-mabobber, but my screen did a little flicker thing. We can. I don't really like stocks that much. Like, people hear that I'm a trader and they think, oh, stock market. I hate that. The stock market moves mad slow, mad slow, and it's based off, like, Americans' opinions and like, there's stability in it for sure. You can find stability in it, but, like, not like you can with currencies. Foreign currencies is my sweet spot. That's where I really like to trade a whole lot. But we're gonna take a look at, see if there's anything that pops out on CNBC's page. I hate to pull up a major news outlet like CNBC, but they're not too horrible. They at least say what's going on. Short sellers increasing their bets against regional banks amid NYCB's woes. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I'm about to be short selling some banks for sure, for sure. I was actually diving into that yesterday. Um, just looking at a bunch of different opportunity. Oh God, why am I on so much that I'm gonna start rising up out of the markets pretty soon just because of honestly it's just the bad faith in the like bad faith in banks right now is coming from bad faith in the government. And you can tap the screen a bunch of times and go back to when I was just talking about not trusting the government to refresh you on why this is probably the case. mm, mm, Delta to open a new tier of premium airport lounges this year in high-end travel push. Ooh, so okay. So let me give y'all a little treat. Let me give y'all a little treat. That right there, that little thing right there, that little things like that get my wheels turning. You feel me? Delta, big American corporation. Okay, all right, okay. What are they doing? How are they making moves? What does that mean for me? You feel me? I don't think they would let Delta do this. I don't, the hand, y'all will learn this as I do more of these episodes. I call them the hand. Um, that's no named organization entity that's controlling everything, not the Illuminati. They're even higher than the Illuminati. They were before the Illuminati. They made the Illuminati probably. I don't have any concrete facts on their existence, but it's one of my ways of perception, I guess you could say. Um, but I don't think the hand would let Delta do this if there was another version of like another similar version of the pandemic about to happen. I know like it's been floating around here and there that in 2025, like either COVID was gonna come back crazy or it's gonna be something similar to COVID that come back and put us back inside because they squeezed a lot out of the 99, the 1% squeezed a lot out of the 99% during the pandemic. So they might shoot for that again. But this Delta opening up a new tier of premium airport lounges this year in high-end travel push. I don't believe like that could mean two things for the wheels turning on me. It's either that like no, absolutely not. They're not gonna put us back inside. They're gonna do it another way without putting us back inside because they don't like this like Delta's prepared for the future. And the future is saying travel's happening. Or it's gonna be so fucking high end that only certain like of course it's already gonna be like extremely high end, but I mean like so extra high end that like it's it's only gonna be available for the people that have the ability to travel during a shutdown. It's like they could be making nice shit for the people that are only gonna be available to and they could be that but see that's like you feel me that's like the devil's advocate of it, you know what I mean? Like yeah, it's really more than likely okay, no, I'm sorry for all the theorists, I'm sorry for all the people that see it in the economy with these numbers and that numbers and things like that. They're not gonna do another pandemic, not at least not in the next 5 years. Delta's building for their airports. It's like no, if that was gonna be the case, somebody would have whispered in somebody's ear to let somebody know that this is not the time to invest in lounges. You know what I mean? Like, um, everything's really a business. But let's move on. Let's move on. Let's look at TradingView. Let's see what TradingView got for me. Oh no. Whatever. I don't even. Oh, sign it in. I was gonna not, but it was like. Don't show my password, please. Okay, bet. Nah, I'm just playing. I knew it wouldn't show my password. Um, let's look at the dollar first, because most of you watching this are probably in America. Let's see what the dollar got going on. I'm weak. When I don't look at when I type crazy shit. Nigga type dollar. ER. That's crazy. Don't call me dumb. I still look at the keyboard when I type. I have to, or I'll do that a lot. I'll type crazy shit. Just because like E is just a very memorable key. I'll put E everywhere when I'm not looking at it. A is too, but it's just like I don't use my pinky that much, so doesn't feel like an option when I'm not looking at it. Okay, so ew, let's go to the 4 hour. This is ugly. This is ugly. Let's make this a wee bit bigger now. Plus, okay. Plus. That means dance. All right. Move that over some. Matter of fact, I could just honestly fix it. And let's just whittle this down so y'all can see it real good. You real good like. Um, dollar's been on the rise. Dollar's been doing good. Dollar's been doing good. But let's see, how good does that mean? This is where the trend actually started. So we got one big old push. I don't see a true pullback or any breaks other than one, two, three, four, five extended out. Or it could really be more structured, like one, two, three, four, fat five. Now we're getting this one, two, probably gonna get more downward push for a correction downward, because 5 point trends, 3 point corrections, and all that such and such. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, let me move my make sure y'all can see me. Yeah. So if I'm gonna be honest, like I'm not the type to like call change and trend that much. I usually trade with the trend. But for this right here, I'll probably be looking at this to start showing me some type of weakness up here. Definitely gonna get a little bit more push after all of this, but starting to show some weakness around here, and then probably fold back into this area to actually, because this little gap in price right here was never FVG, never actually touched in. So we're at least gonna get a touch there. We'll see if it looks weak when it gets down to this area for sure. And that'll honestly be dragging most of our trades. We go look at, we got EUR USD. This is the euro dollar against the American dollar. She completely folded through this zone that I thought she was going to. Let's clear this chart. This look ugly. Um, yeah, I thought she was gonna like the buyers were gonna start coming back in during this area, but I mean, I personally didn't come back in, so I understand why all the buyers didn't go back in. So it failed at the zone. Um, right. So I mean, if I'm being honest, like I'm not gonna. I really want to watch the dollar a little bit and see where she goes from where she's going, and see how she moves before I really formulate what I think is going on here. Because it just looks weak. It just looks weak as hell. It's just gonna. It looks like it's gonna fall more, and it is. Conversely, with the dollar rising, that's why this pair is falling so much. If you look at this compared to the last chart I had up, they're basically opposites. Not exact opposites, of course, but I'm going in different direcciones. Dollar's been on the rise. This had a little bit of a good 2-ish weeks, and then she's been on a little bit of a downturn. But kind of knew this was coming, so I mean, it's not like when you're paying attention, it's like yeah, like it's losing value, dropping in price, but like whatever, we're looking at it to make money off of it. Um, I'm not gonna do too many pairs on this opening episode, but this has been a bird's eye view. The bird's eye view. Sparrows eye view. Y'all be easy. Y'all be good. I'll see y'all in the next one.